Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my channel, Tea Toast and Tarot. Let's see what the cards have got to say for themselves. Tis the season to be jolly, so I've got some spell cards, angel cards, tarot cards, green witch cards, Christmas, Yule, winter solstice, longest night, new moon. That's like a heavy burden, mentally just clinging on. Could be, like I say, very stressful time of the year for a lot of people. Planning, preparation, looking over what you need to do, what still needs to be done. Hanging on by a thread, you know, mentally fed up with it all. One of them can't wait for the day to come and go, you know, can't wait for it to all be over. Three of chalices, three of cups. Yeah, you're looking forward to it, looking forward to the day, looking forward to celebrating with friends, family. But at the same time, you'll be glad it's all over and done with. Which I'm sure a lot of people feel like that this time of the year. You know, how many days to go? Less than a week. It's all just coming to that one day, and just, you know, the relief, thank goodness it's over. Two of Swords. Now, in the traditional tarot deck, it'd be like not knowing, unknown, not sure what's to come, not sure what's happening. Maybe you've left the planning to somebody else, and mentally you're not used to it. So to leave the planning in someone else's hands when you've maybe always done it is a big thing. So it could be someone who's always done it, you know, for years you've always done the Christmas, but someone else is doing it and you're not sure, you know, you'd like to get involved with the planning and the prepping, but you're trying to take a back seat and leave it to someone else, you know, maybe a new family member, daughter-in-law, going somewhere else for your dinner. The Hermit. You might be decided to spend it alone. Like I say, that Two of Swords in the traditional tarot, it's blindfolded, not knowing which way to go. So it could be someone who's decided to spend it alone, or being forced to spend it alone and looking for a bit of, you know, feeling quite down about it, looking for a little bit of joy, a little bit of light in their life. Could be your first Christmas alone. Could have made the decision to spend it alone for whatever reason. I say it's a very emotional time of the year for a lot of people. Good and bad, happy and sad. Only in the Three of Cups card and the Two of Swords card, there's a bird flying, like the Nine of Wands. It's like mental anguish, same as the Hermit. It's like mental anguish, heavy burden, you know, mentally, not so much physically, emotional. And the two birds flying in both of the other cards, you know, being free of, like I say, looking forward to that, looking forward to just getting that Christmas day out the way for some people. Can't wait for it to be done, can't wait for it to all be over and done with, even though it's, you know, generally a time for celebration. it's also a time for a lot of people, sadness and, you know, missing people who have gone. And there's the Two of Swords, you know, on one hand, like I say, celebration, on the other, time for sadness and reflection and, you know, looking back on Christmas past. And again, you know, Ace of Pentacles, money worries, spending too much, money, money, money with everything, very commercialised, isn't it? You know, wanting to outdo others, wanting to buy the best presents, when, as you know, as you get older, you realise it's not about the money. And, you know, coming towards a time with AI and social media and the internet and stuff, try and spend it. I know, like I've just said, about some people are forced to spend it alone or making a decision to spend it alone, but connecting with people rather than AI, rather than computers. I know this is on a computer and YouTube and stuff, but just don't overgive and overspending, overusing computers instead of being with people. The Horned God. I can say that just remind, you know, going back to the old ways. Try and stay off the internet. I know it's a useful tool, but it doesn't really need to go any further. AI, humanity, getting back to, you know, nature, the birds flying, birds going for a walk in the woods, that could be someone's New Year resolution. It should be all of our New Year's resolution. Stay off AI, try and stay off the internet. I know, like I say, it's handy for a lot of things, but it doesn't really need to progress any further than it is now. Otherwise, it's going to be the end of the old ways, and, you know, you can see what's coming without going too deep right now. The old-fashioned ways. Ace of Cups, planting seeds, growing your own vegetables. Start thinking about that, you know. A lot of people possibly are, you know, with the way things are going. Storing water, growing your own vegetables. Another bird in the picture, a big bird. Preparing, planning for a more simpler time ahead, because, you know, listening to the news and stuff, we may have to. Just what's coming to mind. Be prepared for a power cut, maybe over the holidays. Make sure you've got enough food and water put away. Like they said about power cuts and stuff, think, have you got enough water to last a couple of days? Have you got enough food to last a couple of days? Going forward, the summer months coming, you know, start growing carrots, potatoes, peppers, you know, wherever you can. If you usually grow flowers, try and grow a bit more vegetables. The star. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Pouring 2 cups. No, there you go again. Giving everything you've got. Over-giving, oversharing, overusing the internet. Get back to the old ways. You know, you'll find, if you think the world's a bad place, if you go for a walk around the park early in the morning, 6, 7 o'clock a.m. when people are out walking the dogs. People are lovely. You'll usually get a smile or a good morning. Take yourself out for a nice walk. It clears your mind, brings you back to nature. And like I say, early in the morning when all the dog walkers are out there, you go for a walk, half an hour. Someone will say, good morning, brightens up your day. And there's a little fish out the water. If you don't usually go for walks, you're usually staying in, spending a lot of time on the internet. Maybe now's the time, like I say, when they're talking about power outages and stuff, getting used to going out for a walk to pass the time, where you don't usually, like I say, like a little fish out of water, coming from, spending all your time indoors, online. Get out, go out into nature, wrap up and go for a nice early morning walk. Say good morning to a dog walker, and it'll brighten up your day. Three of Pentacles, like walking away from something, like your friends might say. If you've got a online gamers, online community, or just friends in general, where you never usually leave the house, you're always online or something, always watching the TV. You think, what'll people think? It's me going out for an early morning. That card is, don't worry about what people think. Do what's best for you. If you have to leave a few old ways behind, do it. Going forward. The moon. Another little creature coming out of the water, howling at the moon, changing your ways. And we've got the moon, the new moon coming along, haven't we? This is more just the whole of the moon. You've got new moon, full moon. The moon, the new moon, like I said in the previous reading, don't wait till the new year to start your resolutions. There's beautiful sunshiny days in the UK coming. Get out, change your routine. Don't have to wait till January the 1st. Do it now. Do it tomorrow. Get up in the morning, Sunday morning. Take yourself out for a nice walk. Something you don't usually do, but that's like a message. Don't wait till the new year, till January the 1st. I think it's silly starting resolutions on January the 1st. No one's in the mood for dark nights, dark mornings. That's why most fail, because it's the winter and you haven't got the energy to keep up your spirits. But like I say, if you're determined to start something new and you're waiting for January the 1st, don't wait. Do it tomorrow. The High Priestess, there you go. Your intuition's telling you not to put it off. Start it now. Don't wait for the new year. Do it on the new moon. There's the message for the reading. The new moon is at your feet. Your new routine is in your hands. Don't wait. Start today. It's in your hands. Your future is in your hands. You may be, just a new routine. Maybe that new routine might bring some money. The Page of Pentacles, going out for these early morning walks. You might start recording them and putting them on YouTube. And people might enjoy just going for a walk, seeing what you're seeing, And it might make a bit of money on YouTube if you upload them. Who knows? Acknowledgement. Look after yourself by acknowledging your desires and needs and taking steps to meet them. Examine and note your gifts, talents and achievements. When you accept all aspects of yourself, you feel centered and confident. Then you can genuinely acknowledge others. Become aware of and nurture the good qualities of the people in your life so that they feel relaxed and happy in your presence. Angel wisdom reminds you to recognize who you truly are, an evolved spirit in a human body. When you acknowledge your spiritual dimensions, you will align with your true self and your spirit will soar like the birds. Release yourself from the burdens, release yourself from the stress, the pressures. Affirmation: I acknowledge who I truly am. I acknowledge who I truly am. I acknowledge all I truly am, who I truly am, all I truly am. I think that was a nice little reading, wasn't it? We'll pick 3 songs to go with it, and if you're feeling a bit down, you can stick one on and have a little dance. The Reflex, Duran Duran, Mystify, In Excess, Save Your Love, Renee and Renato. Woohoo! Take care all. Have a great day. Bye for now.